Hello, and welcome to today's episode. The Bible is referred to as the living Word of God. It isn't a book that is meant to simply be read. It is a perspective-altering substance that is meant to be ingested and absorbed into you. When it becomes a part of you, it changes you. And that is exactly what it is meant to do. A psalm is a spiritual song based on a profound, fundamental insight that is expressed in the form of music, which is usually plucked out on a harp. This is my own paraphrase of the Psalms. Now, there is an important difference between a paraphrase and a translation. And it is important to understand what that difference is. A translation takes a text word by word, and it finds the most accurate word in another language to convey the meaning of that original word. But sometimes getting the details right can come at the expense of the big picture. For example, the literal translation for a butt dial and the literal translation for a booty call could end up being exactly the same if they were translated very literally into another language. But we all know that those are two very different ideas. A paraphrase, on the other hand, is attempting to capture the spirit of the idea that is being expressed. But both approaches have their own disadvantages. Sometimes the most literal translation for each word, while technically accurate, loses something in its translation. For example, if you were to translate the phrase, "cat got your tongue," into another language, it would make no sense to them. Why would a cat grab your tongue? What are you even talking about? In order to convey the original idea, you would have to find out which saying is used in that other language to express the same concept. But it might not involve a cat, or even any animal at all. So the literal translation would not be a very accurate one. But in a case like the one that I just described, the idea is more important than it is to stick to a very literal translation that loses all of its intended meaning. However, because paraphrases are an individual's interpretation of the underlying idea instead of a rigorous academic translation of the word, they are not as objectively accurate as a translation is. A paraphrase is a lot more subjective, and that makes it much more susceptible to interpretations that are way off the mark of the original text's intent. The focus of a translation is on detailed accuracy, and sometimes the broader picture is not conveyed very clearly as a result. The focus of a paraphrase is on painting that big picture, but it often loses the accuracy of the finer details. Both of these are useful as long as you understand which is which, and what the disadvantages to each approach are. And that is why I recommend using both an accurate translation like the New American Standard and a responsible paraphrase. Psalm 16. Protect me and keep me safe, Most High. For you are my refuge, where I am hidden safely away as I shelter for survival. Everything that I am responds to the Most High by saying, "You outrank me as my Lord, so I look to you, my highest, because every good thing I have is you. For I have come to understand that there is nothing good outside of you." The people who take his path in this world are magnificent. They are the noble people who are actually worthy of honor. And they are the source of so much pleasure in my own life. But the people who chase other empty gods will only compound their own pain and multiply their own sorrows, for idolatry is only piling on more weight onto your load in the form of trouble. I will not pour out drink offerings of blood to gods like that. Their poison is so destructive that I will not even bring their names anywhere near my lips. For the Most High himself is my own official share of life's inheritance, my cup of life. And you also personally safeguard what I have been guaranteed by you. The borders of my lot have been measured out for me, and they are full of inviting places to enjoy. Yes, my heritage is beautiful to me. I could ask for nothing more. So I pour out my gratitude to the Most High as he generously counsels me. During the still night, he is there in my innermost being, always informing and directing me. So at all times I keep the Most High in the forefront of my own perspective. With him continually by my side, I can never be shaken. And as a result, my experience is a glad heart, a legacy to celebrate, and a body at peaceful rest. I am secure and safe, for I know that you will not abandon me in the land of desolate graveyards. You will not allow your faithful Holy One to rot away in the abyss. Instead, you show me the path of life, and in your presence there is unbridled joy that knows no limits and truly completes. Yes, in your hand there are eternal delights that are received without end. I pray that whatever voice God might choose to give me in this world, he would also give me the words that I should use it for. These words have meaning for me, and if they had some meaning for you as well, that I am truly grateful that we have both been given a gift from above and from each other. Have a good day, my friends.